Good day. It is May the 16th, over halfway through the month. And today we can continue John 21, doing verses 6 through 10, and Proverbs 16. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Begin John 21, starting at verse 6. And he said to them, "Cast the net on the right side of the boat, and you will find some." So they cast, and now they were not able to draw it because of the multitude of fish. Verse 7. Therefore that disciple whom Jesus loved said to Peter, "It is the Lord." Now when Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he put on his outer garment, for he had removed it, and plunged into the sea. 8. But the other disciples came in the little boat, for they were not far from land, but about 200 cubits, dragging the net with fish. 9. And as soon as they had come to land, they saw a fire of coals and fish laid on it and bread. 6. Jesus said to them, "Bring some of the fish you have just caught." Okay, so they're on the water. They see a guy on the shore, and he says, "Cast the net on the other side." And he said to them, this is verse 6, "Cast your net on the right side of the boat, and you will find some." So they came, and now they were not able to draw it because of the multitude of fish. They're thinking maybe, he saw some fish on that side of the boat, because that's probably where he's standing. And so they did it. They had nothing to lose. Therefore the disciple Jesus loved said to Peter, "It is the Lord." Now when Simon Peter heard that it was the Lord, he put on his outer garment, for he had removed it, and plunged into the sea. It's basically a fish coat, a coat for fishing. There's no need to think that he had all his clothes off, but he put it back on, which seems backward, doesn't it? But again, John was the first to apprehend, realize what's going on, and Peter was the first to act, because he's impulsive. By the way, these boats usually take about 5 people in them, so there could have been 2 boats, or one boat with 8 people, 7 or 8 people in there. Verse 8. But the other disciples came in the little boat, for they were not far from land, but about 200 cubits, dragging the fish net with fish. Dragging the net with fish. So there's a lot of fish they're dragging. There could have been a smaller boat attached to that ship too. They're about 100 yards away from shore. I believe. Because each cubit's about a half a yard. 9. Then just as soon as they come to land, they saw a fire of coals there, and fish laid on it, and bread. The coals were laid there, and probably little sticks over it, serving as a grill. 10. Jesus said to them, "Bring some of the fish that you have just caught." Yeah, let's get some more fish going. There's 8 of you and me, and all that. Proverbs 16. The preparations of the heart are man's, but the answer of the tongue is from Yahweh. Like Balaam, he was paid to curse Israel, but all he could do was bless him. 2. All the ways of man are clean in his own eyes. In other words, he doesn't think he's doing anything wrong. But Yahweh weigheth the spirit. He finds out why you're really doing things. That's your conscience. You say, I'm going to do this to help this person, but you might be doing it to put him in debt. Stuff like that. He looks for the real reason. 3. Commit thy works unto Yahweh, and all thy thoughts will be established. Commit thy works. You say, if you're going to work for God, all your works will be for God. Your thoughts will be established, making sure that they are for God. You will think as you do. For the Yahweh has made everything for his own purpose, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to Yahweh. My hand upon it, he shall not be unpunished. 6. By mercy and truth iniquity is expiated, and by fear of Yahweh men depart from evil. 7. When a man's ways please Yahweh, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. When you please God, when you obey God, your enemies either will not want to attack you because, hey, attacking them will hurt us, or they'll not be able to attack you. 8. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues with injustice. Better to be poor and righteous than rich and unjust. 9. A man's heart devises his way, but Yahweh directs his steps. 10. A divine sentence is in the lips of the king. His mouth trespasseth not in judgment. 11. A just balance and scales are Yahweh's. All weights of the bag are his work. Do things honestly. 12. It is an abomination to kings to commit wickedness, for the throne is established by righteousness. 3. Righteous lips are the delight of kings, and they love him that speaketh right. 14. The wrath of kings is the messenger of death, but a wise man will pacify. He'll figure out a way to please the king. 15. In the light of the king's countenance is life, and his favor is a cloud of latter rain, comforting and refreshing. 16. How much better it is to get wisdom than gold? Yea, to get understanding is better to be chosen than silver. Wisdom and understanding are more valuable than any kind of material wealth you have. That can't be lost, can't be used up, can't be destroyed, and it can't be stolen. 17. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul. 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. 19. Better is to be of lowly spirit with the humble, than to divide the spoil with the proud. 20. He that giveth heed to the word shall find good, if you obey God, God's word. And whoso trusteth in Yahweh, happy is he, and you will be happy. 21. The wise in heart is called a man of discernment, and sweetness of the lips increases learning. Learning will be sweet to you. Discernment will be sweet to you. 22. Understanding is the fountain of life for him that has it, but folly is the chastisement of fools. 23. The heart of the wise teaches his mouth, and addeth learning to his lips. In other words, he knows when to shut up, and what to say, and when to stop. 24. Pleasant words are as a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. 25. There is a way which seemeth right unto man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Any way that is not God's way leads to death. 26. The hunger of a laboring man laboreth for him, for his mouth compelleth him. If you're hungry, you'll get up and work to get food. 27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil, and his lips is a burning fire. 28. A froward man soweth strife, and a whisperer separateth familiar friends. He's going, hey, you know what he did? He went to a party, or he threw a party and didn't even invite you. 29. A man of violence entices his neighbor, and leadeth him where he is not good. 30. He shutteth his eyes as to devise froward ways. He that biteth his lips bringeth evil to pass, because you don't warn people. 31. The hoary head is the crown of glory, and is found in the way of righteousness. 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth the spirit than he that taketh a city. If you do not rule yourself, someone else will, guaranteed. 33. The lot is cast in a lap, but the disposing thereof is of Yahweh. Casting the lap was a way to settle disputes that were too entangled or to figure out, or maybe the people were too powerful, or anything like that. So I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you can reach me through 810-242-2997. It's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.